The global music scene was thrown into disarray when whispers of possible disbandment began swirling around BTS. For years, the group has symbolized not only the heights of K-pop but also the dreams and resilience of millions. The very thought that the most influential boy band of this generation might be standing on the verge of collapse has shaken fans to their core. The rumor has spread like wildfire, leaving the worldwide army, BTS's loyal fandom, restless, emotional, and desperate for clarity. Could it be true? Could the end be near for a group that redefined not only music charts but cultural history? The timing of these rumors only deepens the wound. Why now, at a point when BTS remains at the pinnacle of success, would talks of disbandment erupt? As confusion grew, another shockwave hit when Jungkook, the youngest and often described as the golden pillar of the group, made a move that no one anticipated. His action, raw and unfiltered, left fans and critics alike grasping for answers. Suddenly, the conversation shifted from idle speculation to urgent concern. Media outlets both in South Korea and abroad latched onto the story, fueling a storm of analysis and debate. Reports suggest that BTS is not just battling external criticism but also navigating internal and industry pressures that have mounted to unbearable levels. The chatter became darker when one incident, in particular, made headlines. V, known off-stage as Taeyong, was directly attacked in a way that went beyond ordinary criticism. Fans described it as cruel, targeted, and calculated, sparking outrage that spread across continents. This attack against V painted a grim picture, one that seemed to hint at deeper forces intent on destabilizing BTS. For years, the group had been celebrated as untouchable, a symbol of unity and perseverance. But suddenly, the narrative had shifted. Instead of accolades, there were insinuations, controversies, and fears that something larger was at play. Many began asking the uncomfortable question, who benefits if BTS falls? V, long admired for his charm, artistry, and calm demeanor, unexpectedly became the focal point of hostility. What made the incident especially disturbing was its deliberate nature. This was no simple disagreement or casual critique. It felt like a coordinated strike aimed at humiliating and discrediting him during a vulnerable period. Fans rushed online, flooding platforms with messages of support and outrage. For many, the attack on V was not just about him, it was an assault on BTS as a whole, a wound inflicted on the group's heart. The growing belief among ARMY was that if V could be targeted, no member was safe. Amid this turmoil, attention turned to Jungkook. As the youngest member, he has always carried the dual weight of expectation and admiration. Known for his humility, dedication, and unmatched stage presence, Jungkook has been seen as the glue holding the group together in difficult times. So when he made a public move, one that was unscripted, unpolished, and deeply personal, it stunned everyone. Unlike corporate statements carefully crafted to reassure, his gesture was raw, and that very rawness gave it power. It signaled that he was willing to step into the line of fire, not only to protect V but also to safeguard BTS's integrity. Yet, this act of courage carried risk. Would Jungkook's step be enough to calm the storm, or would it ignite even fiercer backlash? The ARMY reacted with tears, fear, and pride. Some praised his bravery, seeing it as proof of the unshakable bond between the members. Others worried that his defiance might place an even heavier target on his back. The duality of hope and dread now defines the atmosphere surrounding BTS. For fans, the emotional toll has been crushing. The group has always symbolized hope, resilience, and the ability to triumph against impossible odds. To watch them now, entangled in speculation about disbandment and internal fractures, feels like witnessing the unraveling of an era. On social media, countless fans describe sleepless nights replaying the same questions. Why are BTS being placed under such suffocating pressure? How long can they endure? Could this really be the group's greatest test yet? Industry experts remain sharply divided. Some dismiss the rumors as exaggerated, pointing out that fame inevitably attracts cycles of criticism and controversy. According to this view, BTS is simply enduring another round of scrutiny that will pass like the others. But others are not so optimistic. They argue that the level of hostility directed at V, combined with whispers of disbandment, suggests something more sinister, a coordinated attempt to destabilize the group while they stand at their peak. The silence from official sources has only amplified the unease. Why has the pressure mounted so suddenly? Why now, when BTS continues to dominate charts, sell out stadiums, and remain a financial powerhouse? The absence of concrete answers has created a vacuum filled with speculation and fear. Fans are demanding transparency and swift action, worried that if the silence continues, fractures will deepen beyond repair. Still, there are those who remain hopeful. BTS has faced doubt and skepticism before, only to emerge stronger and more united. Could this be another such moment, a trial that will reaffirm their bond and resilience? Or is this storm different, signaling not another chapter of triumph but the beginning of an end? Jungkook's action remains the centerpiece of the current drama. Insiders describe it as courageous yet dangerous, a step that pits him against forces far greater than himself. While the fandom applauds his bravery, the lingering question is whether his defiance can truly shield the group or whether it will invite even harsher retaliation. The image of V in the middle of this turmoil adds to the emotional weight. His calm persona, so often a source of comfort to fans, stands in stark contrast to the chaos surrounding him. Armies have described the attacks on him as unjust and cruel, not just wounds inflicted on an individual but scars left on the entire group. To them, Jungkook's response is not just about loyalty, it is about reclaiming dignity and signaling that BTS will not passively endure attempts to break them apart. And yet, the specter of disbandment looms large. Though no official confirmation exists, the persistence of rumors and the growing intensity of conflict has made the idea feel possible in ways it never did before. Analysts warn that the longer the silence drags on, the more inevitable the rumors may appear. If forces are truly pressuring BTS to step away from the stage, Jungkook's defiance might be the only resistance left standing. But can one act of courage change the course of an entire storm? Fans wait in painful suspense. Some cling to hope that BTS's history of resilience will prevail. Others brace themselves for heartbreak, fearing that the weight of internal and external pressure may finally be too much. The army finds itself caught in a paradox, grieving, fearing, yet still believing. For now, the story remains unfinished. BTS stands at a crossroads where every decision carries monumental stakes, not just for their own future, but for the global K-pop industry they helped define. The world is watching, the army is crying, and the group is locked in a battle that will determine whether their bond can endure an attack of this magnitude. Amid the speculation, one truth must be remembered: much of the panic rests not on verified fact but on amplified rumor. Tales of coordinated attacks.